She sat in court with a confident smile. When her secret lover walked in, she thought he would save her and she would finally be free. Her husband had died suddenly in their home, and she had cried uncontrollably to show how heartbroken she was.
I don't know what's happening. He wasn't breathing. I don't know.
Months later, she even wrote a children's book about dealing with loss.
My kids and I kind of wrote this book on the different emotions and grieving processes that we've experienced.
To many people, she looked like a heartbroken mother trying to help her family heal. When her secret lover heard what she said about it in that interview, everything changed. He told the court everything they ever talked about.
She asked if I had ever killed anybody. She asked me how it made me feel or something along those lines.
He even showed them the secret text messages, and what first appeared to be a grieving wife eventually turned out to be one of the most heartless women in recent years. Before her name dominated true crime headlines, Kouri Richins appeared to have built a successful life in Utah. On the surface, the Richins family appeared stable. A husband, a wife, 3 children, a growing future. But behind closed doors, financial pressure and relationship problems were quietly building towards something far darker. Eric Richins was known by many as hardworking, responsible, and deeply committed to his children. He reportedly handled much of the family's financial structure and business matters. As the marriage progressed, tensions between Eric and Kouri began increasing. Disagreements over finances, property purchases, and trust issues became major points of conflict inside the marriage. In March 2022, Eric Richins was found unresponsive inside the family home. At first, the death shocked family and friends.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all natural, okay? Just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Okay. I gotta breathe. Oh my God, I gotta breathe. I just talked to him like a couple hours ago.
Almost immediately, questions began surfacing. Kouri later claimed she had prepared him a drink while they celebrated the closing of a home purchase.
9:30.
9:30? Okay.
9:45.
And then what alerted you to him today, right now?
When I just woke up, when I sleep with my kids, I'll wake up and I go back in my own bed.
Mm-hmm.
I just crawled over on his side.
And he was laying in bed? Okay.
He was on his back on the bed, and
Okay. And you said he was on his back? Okay. And then when you discovered him, was he on the bed? Yes.
He was just laying on his side like normal.
Okay.
I just thought he was cold. He was cold in there, so I put the blanket on him.
Yeah.
And his body just felt like heavy, and
And which way was he facing? Was he facing towards,
No, he was just up. Just facing up.
Oh, so he's laying on his back?
Facing on his
Okay.
back.
And then did you pull him to the ground?
Yeah, that's what the lady on the phone told me to do,
Okay.
was to take the sheet and pull the sheet
Okay.
to the ground so I could do CPR. My husband's active. He didn't just die in his sleep. This is insane.
According to investigators, Eric's death scene didn't fully align with what they expected. An autopsy later revealed fentanyl in Eric's system, and from that moment forward, investigators began looking much closer at the people closest to him, especially his wife. Prosecutors alleged that Kouri was having an affair with a man named Robert Josh Grossman, and he later testified in court that Kouri allegedly asked him whether he had ever killed anyone during his military service in Iraq, and how prosecutors argued she wanted financial freedom and a fresh start with another man. As investigators dug deeper, prosecutors say a troubling timeline began forming. Authorities alleged Kouri Richins had previously attempted to obtain fentanyl through acquaintances.
I had texted Kouri and told her that I had got some pills for her and asked her what she wanted me to do with them. Told me she would, it was late when Susan returned, so she showed up in my driveway the next morning.
Kouri Richins showed
Yes.
up in your driveway the next morning.
Yes.
Did you hand Corey Richards the pills that next morning in your driveway?
Yes.
Did she give you any money for those pills?
Yes. She gave me back the $600 that I put up for him.
In 2023, authorities arrested Corey Richins and charged her with multiple crimes connected to Eric's death. As the case moved toward trial, both sides prepared for what would become a highly emotional courtroom battle. People closely watched her expressions, reactions, and behavior throughout hearings. At times, she appeared composed. At other moments, visibly emotional. After hearing testimony and reviewing evidence, the jury reached its decision.
Please stand. Count 1, aggravated murder. We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Corey Richins, is guilty of aggravated murder. We, the jury, unanimously agree that the prosecution has proved the following circumstance or circumstances regarding count 1 beyond a reasonable doubt. Count 2, attempted aggravated murder. We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Corey Richins, is guilty of attempted aggravated murder.
Corey Richins was found guilty. The courtroom reportedly became emotional as the verdict was read aloud. For Eric Richins' loved ones, the verdict represented accountability after years of uncertainty and public attention. For Corey, it marked the collapse of the image she had publicly maintained since Eric's death. The sentencing hearing became one of the most emotional moments of the entire case. Corey Richins reportedly became emotional as her brother read a statement during sentencing.
Little sister, I love you. We will get through this together. And the injustice that's occurred here in this courtroom, it'll be righted in time. Your innocence will shine too brightly to be contained once you've actually had a fair shot at defending yourself. When the day comes, I just know somehow that you're going to change a lot of lives that really need your help. Just know that I'm right by your side, and I'll always be right here for you. I love you.
Observers described her crying, while family members discussed the pain and destruction surrounding the case.
Eric and I were extremely close. We went through school together and navigated life side by side. Wherever Eric went, I was usually tagging along right behind. Of course, Corey can't have other people or the public thinking that she's trying to take away her children's inheritance. So for the past 4 years, both in court and in the media, she has demonized and vilified me. She has hurled wild accusations in my direction, including that I hacked her bank accounts, forged her bank statements, paid off witnesses, unduly pressured law enforcement into investigating her, and quietly pulled the Summit County prosecutor's strings. It is despicable that for doing nothing more than trying to honor Eric's wishes, Corey has cast me as the evildoer here. To that end, I ask that the court impose a sentence that ensures Corey never has the opportunity to harm Eric's children or our family again. Please do not let my brother's life be worth nothing more than a 25-year punishment.
For many people watching, the moment created mixed reactions. Before sentencing, Corey Richins addressed the courtroom herself. She maintained her innocence. She spoke emotionally about her children, her family, and the impact the case had on her life. She insisted she was not responsible for Eric's death.
I'm sorry that 8 people from a jury who have never met you or me or our family had the right to determine our future. I will never quit or give up on this fight for justice, the truth, and coming home to you. So please, I know that right now you may not believe me, that you believe I took Dad from you, and that's okay. I still and will always love you, and I'm asking that you please just don't give up on me. I'm coming home, not today, not this year, but we're going to make this right. Our justice system will get this right, although this courtroom can't seem to.
And soon after her statement, the courtroom prepared for the final decision.
Having considered the gravity and circumstances of the offenses for which Ms. Richins has been convicted, a person convicted of those things is simply too dangerous to ever be free. Accordingly, Ms. Richins, based on your conviction on count 1, first-degree felony aggravated murder, the court hereby sentences you to life without parole. You have the right to an appeal. You must file a notice of appeal within 30 days. You have the right to be represented by counsel on appeal.
The judge sentenced Corey Richins to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The sentence guaranteed she would spend the remainder of her life behind bars. The case became another reminder that some of the most shocking true crime stories begin inside ordinary homes. Cases like this continue capturing national attention because they challenge people's understanding of trust, relationships, and appearances. From the outside, families can seem stable and successful, but behind closed doors, pressures involving money, resentment, and personal conflict can quietly grow into something devastating. And in this case, what first appeared to be a grieving wife eventually transformed into one of the most controversial courtroom stories in recent years. If you watched this full courtroom breakdown, let me know your thoughts below. Do you believe Corey Richins was guilty beyond all doubt, or do you think the public attention surrounding the case influenced how people viewed her before the verdict? Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another upload.